I'm so sorry, guys. All right. We're just going to pretend it's not echoing. Well, all right. Okay. Lesson of the day. Don't try something new that you when you're doing a video with 200 people watching. You guys are so sweet. Thank you so much. We're just going to get started. Oh, all right. I'm going to breathe. We're going to start the video right now at 10 minutes in. You guys, thank you so much for being here. So if you're here, good morning, afternoon. It's 1 o'clock here, snowy outside. I'm ready to get started. I'm going to turn on my camera over here. Again, learning all this stuff. Let's see. It's going to give me a small little camera. Oh. Well, we're just going to go with it. We're going to have a small little image. I just, I'm going to have to redo the video with just the instructions and post it after all this. That's what we're going to have to do because it's live. The good news is once I started, the echo has disappeared. So, hooray. All right. This is what we're making today. Okay. All right. Trying to figure this out, guys. Is that better? Yeah. I mean, tiny screen. Let me know. Is that going to drive you crazy? We're just going to go with it. I'm going to do the project best I can, and then we'll redo the video separately, and I'll post it on YouTube and my Humble Beats page, and we're just going to do what we can. That's all we can do. Okay. I know you guys like to shop during these events, so we'll just get that goodness out of the way. I will be listing kits and the new birds and SuperDuos that I have after the video. So just relax, settle in, watch the project, see what we're going to do. I will go through the options that I have. I only have 2 kits that I'll be putting on right after the video, and that is a purple one, and that's the one I'm going to finish on the video today, is this purple one. And then we have this very Valentine-ish red and coral one. And so those are my 2 kits that I have. And then I have a bunch of SuperDuos and little bird beads where you can make your own kit. And we're using 8mm faceted melons and 12mm hibiscus. And so we have this peachy yellow pink color combination. I have teal with greens. It's a really pretty bright springy color. And then we have blue, which this kit sold out, but we do have the SuperDuos and the bird, so you can put together your own little kit here. And then I have this mixed metal one with a green bird, and then we have sage, cream, black, and silver for the color combination. That looks really pretty with these little metallic pink hibiscus and this dark greenish brown melon. All right, so that's the colorways. Oh, I feel so sad about wasting 10 minutes in the beginning. Thank you guys for being here. We are doing a giveaway during the video. So we get to use the StreamYard technology. And so go ahead and type in hashtag winter, all one word, all together, no spaces, hashtag winter, and that will enter you into the giveaway. All right, just gonna fix things up a little bit here. Oh. I was wondering how I can fix my camera. Okay. You're right. I'm just going to stop worrying and just go for it. I was wondering if I could fix my camera, but I don't see a spot. Okay. You guys, you're so sweet. Thank you for being here with me. All right. We're going to get started. The one thing you're going to need is 2-ply waxed linen, and it needs to be 2-ply to fit on the thinner beads that we're going to use. And you're going to need 40 inches. 2-ply waxed linen, 40 inches, and we're going to cut it into 2 20-inch lengths. So that's step one. And I do have the first half of the necklace done, so you're going to just ignore that. We're going to use our big 17 millimeter jump ring. And I folded over my wax linen in half here. I'm going to stick it through the loop, pull the two ends to the back of the loop, and then pull tight. And that's our little lark's head knot. And I want to make sure that the opening is down at the bottom so I can add the pendant. I'm going to get a little closer so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. Okay, so not happy about this camera work, but again, it is what it is. Yeah, I don't know how to change it to the landscape. It's not working. Oh Lord, I'm just going to forget it. I am going to re-record this video. There's no doubt about it. So I really appreciate you guys sticking in here and joining me. Okay, the first bead I'm going to start with is a faceted 4 millimeter round copper bead that has a larger hole. And I'm going to stick both of these into the bead. Okay, we have our little bead on there. And I'm going to wrap the 2 threads around my finger, pull the end through, and do a knot, just like you're knotting a shoe. I'm going to push that knot all the way down. Okay. Yeah, this is wax linen, and I like to use wax linen because I don't need to glue my knots or anything. It's thinner in the 2-ply, so it works with the SuperDuo beads. You don't need to do any needles or anything. So, and I also like the way it lays, so that's why I use the wax linen. Okay, SuperDuos are Czech glass beads that have 2 holes here. So there's a hole on each side, and we're going to put the cord through both holes. So one on each side. And then I'm going to grab another SuperDuo, and I'm putting it on one hole only. And then the other cord, I'm going to put it in one hole. And now I'm going to take the next super duo, and it's going to go through both the strands. So we have both the strands, one bead on each strand, and one through both. And then pull those all the way down. So we have this little quad with 4 of the beads. Oh yes, some of the holes won't be open. Like one of the coatings may have gotten into the hole, or sometimes they're just misformed. If you have a bead that only has a hole on one side, save it for the beads that you use only one hole. So great, Heather, that's great. No? Okay, now we're going to grab the 8mm melon bead, and it's going to go through both of the holes. And I'm tying the same knot for the entire project. Oops. Okay, getting that knot, making sure your knot goes all the way down. Nice tight knot. All right. And now we're going to do 6 beads on each cord, just on one knot. So we're going to make like a little loop with the SuperDuos. And I'm putting the beads on randomly, but making sure that my randomness is a little controlled. So I'm not putting 2 of the same colors right next to each other. Okay, if you have the end of your cord start to unravel, just twist it back the way that it's twisting, and that will get the end tightened again. Okay, 6 on that side and 6 on the other. And I'm also paying attention to the pattern of the beads so that I'm not repeating the pattern, so it doesn't look symmetrical on both sides. Okay, one more. So there's 6 on each side going through one hole. And I'm going to pull those all the way down. Make sure the beads are nice and tight, pulled all the way down, and then we're going to do the simple knot. All right, how many of you have a stash of SuperDuos? They're so fun to play with, so many different ways to make them into different patterns. If your knot isn't tight enough, you can take your 2 strings and pull them like I just did, and that'll help. I'm going to take this little banner off so you guys can see everything. Okay. Oh, Sally, I did not rub the wax linen through a paper bag, but that is a great tip. I was just in a hurry this time. So what you can do is you can take your wax linen and take a piece of craft paper or paper bag and run it through a few times, and that will help polish the wax linen and get rid of any extra wax that you have on there. Okay, we're going to do another melon bead, and the melon bead is going through both of the holes. And the same knot. And now we're going to do that little quad piece with the 4 beads. And that's going to start with 2 strands going through the bead. And then we're going to do 1 bead on each side of the wax linen. And again, 1 more bead on both strands. And I am just kind of keeping an eye on my color choices. making it look random even though it's quite controlled. So there we have the little 4 again. Lots of super duos. Pamela, not a single super duo. Oh no. So I have a bunch that we're listing on the website right after the video. And then Candy Cooper also often has them. And I think Bead Shop does too. So it's always good to have lots of options. I like to do little mixes. So mine are custom mixes, not single colors. Okay, now we're ready to do our hibiscus bead. And we're going to put our 2 strands together so that they'll fit through the hole. Pull that down and then tie a knot. Okay, now we're going to repeat the pattern, but going in reverse. So we're going to start with the quad. And I do 1 through both strands, 1 on each strand, and then 1 through both strands. And that gives us that cute little motif. I love playing with the colors, Deborah. That's my favorite part. Picking all the different colors that match the art beads. Okay, now we're going to do the melon. And then we're going to do 6 super duos on each side. We're making sure we're knotting on either side of the larger beads here. Oh, Sandy, wasn't that a great presentation on trends last night? I had so much fun. I had fun researching the trends. I loved hearing everyone's opinions on it. If you guys haven't had a chance to watch that video, I highly recommend watching the replay tonight or later this week when you have a little extra time. Okay, so we have 6 on this side. Now I'm going to grab the other side. Yeah, I was really hoping to have everything done before the presentation, but we've been recovering from COVID over here, and I'm just like such a slowpoke. Wish I was quicker. All right, last one. Now we're going to push these down all the way, make sure they're nice and snug on the cord. Oh no. Oh, there we go. And it bothers me that those 2 are the same, so I'm going to switch that out. I like it to have the appearance of randomness, even if I had to contrive it to make it happen. Okay. Doing a knot. Almost done with the knotted portion. And then we're going to show you guys how to add the leather onto the necklace. And then we'll put together the part on the bottom. The fun part with all the art beads. Okay. Now last melon. Oh, Sheila, it really does take forever to recover. I'm really surprised. We had some complications and not been fun. Can we just blame that for me not being able to figure out the technology today too? Even though I know it's just user error. Oh my gosh. And I am going to re-record this video and share it on all the places that I have the videos. So in the TGBE group, on the Facebook page, and the Humble Beats Facebook page, and on our YouTube channel, so that you guys can watch just the video on the replay when your kits come in. And also, for those of you who ordered a kit on January 25th, we are going to do a little beat along party. So you guys can join me for that little beat along party and make your necklace with us together. Okay, so there's the two beaded portions of the necklace. And now we're going to grab two 9.25 millimeter jump rings. I have two crimp beads, the 4 millimeter ones that are from Vintage. We carry these on the website too. And then I have 1.5 millimeter leather cord. Let's see how long this piece is. Okay, so it's 30 inches. I'm going to cut it in half. So there's going to be two 15 inches. And the cord is 1.5 millimeter leather. I don't have leather on my site, but Kate on beadshop.com carries leather if you need some extra leather. Okay. I'm going to close up these jump rings really tightly. And these are cool etched jump rings. Have a great texture on them. And they're pretty heavy duty. So I'm going to close that up. And repeat on the other side. Okay. I'm going to take my jump ring. Make sure you guys can see that really clearly. So I'm going to take it around the jump ring. Sorry, just trying to get a handle on it here. I'm going to pull it back through. So it's looped around twice. And I'm going to wrap it around the cord and through. So it's going under the jump ring, around the cord, and then through the loop. I'm going to pull that nice and tight. And I'm going to repeat that where I'm going to wrap it around the cord and back through the loop. My little strands under the bead, so we want to have that over the bead. I'm going to pull that nice and tight. I don't need to do any gluing, but if you wanted to, you could put a little drop of glue there, but it's not going to come undone. And now, let me grab... I'm missing a pair of pliers. So I'm going to have to just use regular pliers, which aren't as easy. I don't know where my parallel pliers ran off to. Okay, so I'm taking my finger and thumb and pressing it inside the pliers to open up that little crimp bead. So you can see it's open. I'm going to throw it over my knot. And I'm going to take my pliers and close it up. Parallel pliers make this much easier. Okay. I'm like, where are those pliers? Okay, one more time. Okay. I'm hiding behind some brass. Okay. I don't know how parallel pliers work, but they're magic. You just squeeze it and it closes that up. And these I bought from beadshop.com from our dear kid. Okay, repeating on the other side now. So I'm going to pull this through the jump ring and then wrap it around and back through the jump ring again. And I'm pulling it around the cord and pull it through the little loop here to make a knot. I'm going to repeat that, wrapping it around the cord. And the second knot is going underneath the first knot on the cord. Don't forget to put in #winter to enter the drawing. I'm going to do 2 $30 gift certificates at the end of the video here. Okay, opening the crimp bead up with the chain nose pliers, using my thumb to open this up. And I'm pushing it down on the pliers as it opens to get it opened up a little bit wider. Okay, there we have it opened nice and wide. And I'm going to stick it over my knot. And then use the parallel pliers to close it up. All right. Now we're ready to do the knotting on the top. We are going to take our leather cord, trim off that ugly end, and you're going to need 2 more crimp beads. These ones you won't need to open. Oh, maybe you will. No, I don't think so. I'm going to stick it on here. Oh, yeah. Lost my mind there for a second. Okay. Okay, opening this up. have the two parts of the cord. So the little one and then the longer end of the cord. And I'm going to stick my little crimp bead over the two pieces. Put it all the way down to the jump ring. And then we're going to use the parallel pliers to close it up. If you don't have parallel pliers, you'll use your regular pliers, or you can use actual crimp pliers to close to. All right, nice and tight. And I'm going to cut off and leave just a little nubbin of the leather. And then we're going to take a bead here. This is a large hole bead. Sorry, grabbing my glue. You can use super glue, or I'm going to use E6000 here. And put a little bit of glue on that cord. And then stick my large hole melon bead over. I'm going to remove any excess. All right. Oh, guys. Oh, yeah, guys. We definitely will combine orders if you've placed them within a few days of each other. Jesse just refunds the shipping. And you don't even need to send us the message. When he prints everything out, he puts all the orders together and does it automatically for you. Because we do have people that shop all weekend. Okay, I have lost my other piece of leather cord. All right, let me grab a different one. And the cord, again, is 1.5 millimeter leather. And if you don't have some in your stash or you didn't get a kit, you can order it from beadshop.com. Okay, so I have the little end and the long piece together. We're going to put on the crimp bead. Make sure the leather stays in there. Here we go. So making sure I keep it as close as I can to the jump ring too. All right, closing it up. Make sure when you guys go to humblebeads.com, you hit the subscribe button and subscribe to my newsletter email so you can keep up on when we add new things to the shop. Humble Beads is a family-owned business. Me and my husband run it, and the polymer clay beads are made out of these little hands. And so it's in small batches, and if we sell out of things, they go pretty quickly. So the newsletter and our Humble Beads VIP group on Facebook are the two quickest ways to find out when we have new things in the shop. Goes out to the newsletter and to the Humble Beads VIP group on Facebook. So if you want the inside scoop, that's the place to find them. Okay, got the two beads on, and I'm going to take the two ends of my cord and I'm crossing them over about 6 inches. And about 2.5 inches, I'm going to take the end and make a loop. And I'm going to take the little cord here and wrap it around all 3 of those pieces of cord. So wrapping it around the loop and the single cord. Then I'm putting it through the loop, pulling onto the end of the leather and pushing down on the knot. This tightens the knot. This is a little barrel knot that we're doing. And I'm going to repeat on the other side. And so what we're doing is making an adjustable knot on this necklace so that you can make it longer or shorter according to your neckline or however you like to wear your necklaces. I myself like to wear my necklaces long because I want to see the art beads. Okay, so I formed the loop with the little piece here. I'm going to wrap it around all 3 of those cords. So around the loop and the single cord that's there. I'm going to go back up through the loop. Okay, pulling on the end of it, I'm going to push down on the knot, and that tightens it up. I'm going to trim off the extra leather. Okay, and so here's your adjustable knots on your necklace, and you pull on the cord if you want to make it longer, and you pull on the knots if you want to make it longer. So when I had the pieces over, it's about 6 inches that the cords are overlapping each other before I tie the knots. And so by the time you have the 2 knots, it's like 4 to 5 inches in the center. Okay, that's our finished cording and knotted part. Now we're going to do the fun part, which is the bead on the bottom. I'm going to use a little O bead and some 18 gauge wire. And I'm using 18 gauge parawire. And we're just going to do simple knots on the top and bottom. I'm going to pull out my handy little 1-step looper. So this is a 1.5 millimeter 1-step looper. And we're going to put on a Humble Beads disc bead, the O bead, and the bird. I'm going to do a slightly larger loop on the top. Oh, the pliers like to run away. Here we go. So bending that over and then folding it, and rolling it into a simple loop. Just like that. I'm going to open my jump ring on the bottom, slip my pendant on. Now I have 2 head pins. I have one of the hibiscus beads, and then I have an 8 millimeter English cut. You can use whatever little beads you want to put on the bottom. These were the 2 that I picked for myself. And I'm going to do 2 wrapped loops. Do 2 tightly and then 2 loose, or maybe just 1.5. That seems good enough. And same with the hibiscus bead. So making that loop first, and then grabbing the loop, wrapping it around 2 times tightly underneath the loop, and then I'm going to wrap on top of those tight loops to make the messy wrap. Okay. Trim off the extra and make sure to pinch in that little tail. Did I tell you how much I appreciated you guys sticking it out for the first 10 minutes of this ridiculous video? I love you and thank you. That was crazy. Okay. 5mm jump ring. We're going to open this up, and then I have 2 charms here, and the charms may be different for each of the kits, so it's either a flower and a leaf or 2 leaves depending on what we had available for the kits. So here I have the flower. Try that again. And then I'm going to put the leaf on top of that. And both these charms are from Vintage. And I'm going to close this up. And now we are ready to put everything on the bottom. Looking to see how I did that. Okay. So I have the flower, the leaves, and then the little English cut. Want to make sure those are both in the front. In the English cut, and then we're going to put it on the bottom here. And that, my friends, is our finished necklace. Super easy design. Doesn't take a whole lot of different skills. And there we have it done. And you have some extra SuperDuos, and you could use those to make a little matching pair of earrings. All right, here it is. So there's the purple one, and I have purple and red for the kits. We're going to put those on the website in just a few minutes. Sorry about the video in the beginning, guys. I'll have this figured out for the next thing. Okay. For orders this weekend, and this is an accumulation of all your orders. So if you've already ordered this week and you want to add a little bit more, we total all the orders together, and for every $50 that you've spent, you get a free pair of wobble beads. And these are little artisan beads that I make, and they work perfect for earrings, little spacers, wherever you need a pop of color. And so every $50 that you spend, you will be getting a little pair of wobble beads, no limit. And we combine all your orders together to do that. Let me know if you have any questions about that. Don't forget #winter. You guys have another minute or so to do that. All right. Any questions, guys? I am looking through. Okay, I don't have any kits, Shelly, for the January birdstone, but I do have SuperDuos in a red combination that's going to be on the website, and then I would pair it with the little red mums, and I'm going to be adding these back to the website. I think they may have been sold out, but we made some more yesterday. All right, here we go. I'm going to do the giveaway tool now. All right. Did that pop up on the screen? How do I share this? Nancy Peterson, you are the winner. Does that share? No, it didn't share. Well, Nancy Peterson, you're my first winner. And let me see who my second winner is. It's going through, picking, and Joan Bleeds. Joan, you are the second winner. So Joan Bleeds, what you don't need to do anything. I'm gonna contact you on Facebook. Look out for a message from me. Make sure to look in the others if you don't see the message from me. Okay. Somebody had a question. Let me go back up. Oh, there's not a discount, Debbie, on the website. What we're doing is the free beads. So every $50 that you spend, you get the free wobble beads and no code needed. We just do that automatically for you. And surprise, surprise, you guys, we always match them to your orders. So whatever little fancy beads you have in there, we try to match it to your order so that you can coordinate it. All right. Let me get back here. Here we go. You guys, thank you so much for going through. Let me turn this one off. Thanks for going through this little journey with me. I really appreciate it. Let me turn this completely. Okay. You guys, thank you. I'm so sorry for all the trouble in the beginning. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I'm going to edit this video so that it's just the good portions and repost those in the appropriate places. So before you guys skedaddle off, here we go. You guys can find me at Humble Beads on Pinterest, YouTube, Instagram, and here on Facebook. And every Tuesday at 3 p.m. we do a tutorial video, and I will have this camera figured out, everything running smoothly by Tuesday. I absolutely promise. And then Friday for our coffee break, I do a little quick 30-minute video, show you guys what's new in the shop. And usually it's either a little tiny project or some little tips or hints. For Bead Table Tuesday, I don't think the unboxing that I do will be delivered by then. So I'm probably going to be talking about color combinations using the Pantone colors. So we're going to be going over some color combinations and do a project based on the trend report that we did last night. So that will be here for Bead Table Tuesday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you guys can watch that on YouTube or on my Facebook channel. All right. I am going to go and add all those good beads to the website. And of course, humblebeads.com is where you're going to look. Next up, we have Katie Hacker with Beads of Courage, and such an amazing group of people all over the world that support Beads of Courage to help kids who are going through a really difficult time. And so definitely a worthy cause, and I'm really looking forward to learning more about it and finding out how I can help, and all of the good things that Katie has to share. And then we have Kathy and then Christy. And so we have a really fun day for you guys. And thank you so much for joining me. Yeah, grab some hot cocoa and get ready for the next session. I think it starts in a half an hour. So at 2:30 Eastern Standard Time. All right, guys, take care. Really appreciate you. Oh, duh. Next up is Green Girl Studios. Evelyn, thank you so much. We are not going to forget amazing Cynthia, and I think Azalea is going to be joining her. I love it when those two get together. Green Girl Studios is one of my favorite art bead makers, so always looking forward to seeing what she does. She's up next. I don't know why I'm losing my mind today. You guys, thank you so much. And if you have any questions, feel free to send me a message through our humblebeads.com website, and I'll be happy to answer that. All right, guys, hope to see you on Tuesday for Bead Table Tuesday, and looking forward to the rest of the presentations. Bye.